Hello,
Hi, how are you?
how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm having an amazing day, trying to stay blessed over here. Well, how you doing? My name is Terrell from Big Gold Belt Media,
Nice to meet
and been excited to talk to you about this film all week because I got so many questions.
you. Okay.
One, the overall plot of the film is, you know, uh, you guys have, you found out that your boyfriend has this has a wife, and you guys go on a mission to find out who the killer is. I guess my first question is, do you think this could work in real life? Do you think that two women can kind of put aside their differences and actually solve the murder of the person they both loved?
I think that's kind of like the walk away, the takeaway from this movie is that it is possible. So why don't more women do that instead of, first of all, I'm not making any excuses for him, but a lot of times in those type of situations where there's a mistress and a wife, they don't know about each other. So
Right.
getting mad and angry at each other, like find the source and get mad and angry at that person, and then both of y'all move on. Everybody move on.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like, as you watch the film, that that subject just becomes kind of like the backstory to the whole thing, like the overall of like what's going on becomes way more important
Yeah, and
in the overall film.
I also think that if Sharon, if he were still alive, she would have left him if she found out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I can see that. They definitely delay that. Um, coming right from your days as Batwoman, which did an amazing job, by the way. I really needed that one more season of that. Um, the How much of that did you bring into the actual the fight scenes that you have in this movie?
Well, we shared the same stunt team, so there was
Oh,
probably a lot of similarities in that. Well, some of the same stunt team like that. Like my stunt double for Double Life was Megan's stunt double for Batwoman. So and then that world that film community is small in Vancouver, and so everyone kind of knows each other, and so there's similarities.
everybody's working on everything, right?
Everything is beautiful for them.
Obviously, coming from that particular type of project, what drew you to kind of want to do this type of feature film?
I just love working. You
Oh
know,
yeah, that's always a sign.
I like telling stories. I genuinely do. And if a story comes across my desk that I feel I want to be a part of and I want to explore, I'll usually take it on. I love telling stories. This is what I'm here for.
Yeah, just question. I know like where this was shot, like and they did an amazing job shooting this movie too. Especially kind of like the tracking scenes where you guys are like in the one building and kind of going down the hallway chasing everybody. Um, where was that filmed at? Was that still in Vancouver as well? Or was that
And most of it was all in Vancouver, just different parts of Vancouver. Sometimes it would be Richmond, sometimes it would be I don't really remember the cities, but if it wasn't in Vancouver, it would be like in the surrounding area of Vancouver.
Yeah, because I thought it was LA. I'm like, are they in LA or they right now?
Yeah, I think they were trying to play like it was Seattle.
Yeah, definitely. Your co-star, Pascal, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Uh, she does an amazing job in this movie as well. And her backstory, to what else was happening that was going on was crazy. And I was expecting her to get some action scenes on the side of you, kind of tussling around with these guys. But you guys, I think, were the perfect pairing for this movie,
Yeah.
and telling the story. Did you guys have? Did she have any scenes where she also had some action that was might have cut out the movie that didn't get used?
No, I
Or
think the idea was that I am the person that can fight.
right,
It would have been weird if she was also a trained fighter. Like she's wife, and like that wasn't her life. I think that's the kind of the double entendre on the idea of double life. It's these two women that are complete opposites that come together as well.
right. Yeah, I definitely would have came out of left field if she all of a sudden had a martial arts background. Was there obviously, like I said, like the your character works at a bar. Joe works at a bar. did they have you at, for the little bit of time that you were bartending, take any bartending classes or anything like that?
No, because I know how to bartend. I've bartended,
Oh,
and then I've played different roles bartending because Batwoman, my character bartended, and God Friendly, my character bartended. So I've bartended.
yeah, they definitely. I was gonna say, yeah, because like you were making some drinks there. I was like, I definitely wanted to try them. um, Now I'm upset that my the character of Mark didn't get used more. That's something that I definitely wanted to get more flashback scenes with him, just kind of to build more of the relationship there. Did you guys film more of those scenes outside of what was the beginning?
It wasn't written like that, you know.
Okay.
I'm saying about him no more. So I don't.
Yeah, because I was kind of looking at it after watching the movie. Obviously, like it was like I wanted to build up a little bit more between, so just between Joe's relationship and Mark's relationship. Like you said, it was kind of, hey, this is it. Let's move on. Let's figure out what happened to him.
I think that's why it was important to start the movie off with their relationship. So
Right.
then you don't even realize that he's not with her until he gets in the car. And so I think it was important to show that they really did love each other before he even, put his wedding ring back on.
Right. I'm not sure if you would have any information on this, but the choice to have it be select theaters and like a theatrical release and like digital or whatever next week. Did you guys have any choice in like what theaters you wanted to put it in? Like, did you?
Not as actors now.
Oh, okay. Hey, I want this to be shown in my hometown. Like, check it out. Yeah, I was definitely wondering about that because, like I said, it comes out, a week from now, and the choice to have it like be selected versus like everything like that. So, like I said, like just overall, I definitely enjoyed the movie. You definitely killed it. It's definitely as I said in my personal review, you were the highlight of the movie for me, obviously because I'm a big Batwoman fan. So as I try to prepare and get all this for you, um, what I guess what's next? Like what's you played Joe, you didn't play you're the DC universe,
Here, that's such an interesting question. I think that um it, we're constantly auditioning. We're
right?
constantly working on opportunities. I do have work coming up, but I always like to say this in interviews because I think that that question also puts this pressure on a lot of actors to think that there always has to be something right there for them to say.
Right.
And we're talking about something that's current that like I'm really proud of, and so I always have to like remind all of us as artists to like it's okay that if you don't have anything next, or if you maybe aren't ready to talk about what's next, or maybe what's next hasn't been truly actualized yet, the power of where you are is like that's enough. I
Right.
just want to say that, especially to artists that watch the interview, because we get asked that a lot at the end of interviews, like what's next? And it makes us feel like, oh shoot, I gotta have something to say, and it's just like, but we just shot a pilot for ABC called HPI. So
Right.
we'll see how that goes. And then I'll go back to BET's The Family Business in like June or July.
Look, as long as they continue to keep giving work, I can see you on screen. I think it's going to be a good week for everybody. Just so much of the Flash ending and everything like that, and just to kind of see your world, with Batwoman, and it's just to see you definitely getting more of this action stuff. I think the fans are definitely going to be happy to see that.
Definitely. Thank you.
No problem. Javicia, right? I feel like I would. Yeah, got it perfect. Well, look, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing the interview with us today. And thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.